I want to talk about the plane. The president yesterday, after we got off the air, took off the table that he would fly it personally. He basically seemed to say he'd fly it as president, and then it would be mothballed and brought to his library the way there's an Air Force One at the Reagan Library, which is the president's analysis is correct. It's a great visual, a great attraction at the Reagan Library, and it elevates it as an attraction. It's not clear to me if he would only take it if he'd take it immediately or he'd only take it after it was sort of done. But what's also happened since we last discussed this. One is Ted Cruz on CNBC was not the only this morning was not the only Republican expressing a lot of concerns about a variety of issues, including the security. But what seems to me to trump the whole thing is this thing cannot be configured in time for the president to use it. According to every expert I saw quoted, it'll take years for them to add in all the security features that are needed to make sure there are no listening devices on it, to equip it with surface to ground and surface to air missiles, to, do all the things, harden it, everything else. So, Sean, why is the president picking this fight and doing this for something he'll never actually fly on, it appears?
The funny part is the issue with Boeing and it's delayed isn't that we didn't have the shells. There were two shells of 747s available. It's the time to retrofit it. As you mentioned, both the security features, the refueling features, the tech to fly it, the configuration for staff and everything else. I mean, so I think part of this is just there's a bit of a troll going on as well, trolling Boeing, trolling them. I don't think that there's anybody who does believe. I agree with your assessment because it's going to take probably minimum a couple of years. Maybe he could fly on the last couple of days or something like that. Um, you know, I think part of this, but it's not going to happen during his term in any significant way. I think part of this is just to troll Boeing and to get them to get their act together.
Dan?
Don't know, because I don't think this gives him a lot of leverage over Boeing. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen a U.S. president do in office, ever. Because the idea that only a fool would not accept it, only a fool, as David Axelrod said, and the average common sense test, a foreign government gives you something worth $400 million because they expect something in return. Not because you have a nice smile, not because they're all about MAGA. It is to influence you. Trump made a complete ass of himself taking this. I mean, his own party is saying it. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen anyone do.
And if he never flies it as president,
Just
which
idiotic.
again, maybe he could beg the service to let him fly it without sufficient security on it. But if he begs the service to do it and he gets one, and if he can't convince the service to let him fly it, then is he really going to put it in his library?
Why? I mean, what is it? Because it has a gold toilet? Like, what
Yeah.
is it that appeals to him other than it's big, it's fancy, and it's gilded? Like, are you that are you that much of a child that you need like a nice plane? Like, I mean, it's embarrassing. It's so pathetic what he did.
He does care about having a nice plane. I've heard hilarious stories, and I mean, I've experienced it too.
Sure.
He likes having a nice plane, and this would give him, I think it's the nicest plane in the world, right? So he gets a nice plane in the
But
world,
it's also, remember, you're seeing it as a luxury 747, not as an outfitted Air Force One.
right. But again, I think this has George Conway does not feel any differently about Donald Trump after the plane story, certainly. But some people might, and Republican members of Congress for the most part have dodged this, but they think it's ridiculous. So I don't know. He's not. I agree. He's not going to pressure Boeing. It just seems all downside and no upside to me.
Who knows? We'll find out.
Yeah.
That was a delicious video experience. I think you'll agree. Now, what you need to do in return for getting to enjoy that is hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss a thing.